So we had a very, very interesting week last week. I hit my first ever 2000% winner on Dell, which we made a crazy amount of money on a swing trade. And then there was a bunch of stocks that went up a lot. And if you're not following me on Twitter, you're missing out because I be giving these alerts out almost every day. So obviously my Discord members, people actually pay me to do my job, they get the alerts first, and then I post it on Twitter for free. So at least you get these alerts for free. You can check it out, or you can take a look at my Discord. There's a 7-day free trial for the monthly. You can see how amazing it is and make a lot of money with us. Obviously, this week was crazy, and I've been doing a challenge that I've been doing since May 4th with my members, and you can see the members are doing very well. I mean, he got 3,000%, which is absolutely insane. But I've been doing a challenge account, and the challenge account, as of week number 3, we are sitting at 3,687. This is my 5th challenge account, and the last one, number 4, we already crossed over the 100K mark. So we ended that one, and then we started this one on May 4th, and this one is also doing just as well. And the goal is obviously to get it to 100K by the end of the year, if possible. If we finish it off early, even better, right? But there are a few stocks that I am eyeing for the upcoming week, and I'm going to talk about all of these stocks with you guys in this video, including what I'm expecting the market to do. So make sure you go ahead and check out my Twitter. Link will be in the descriptions below. Let's begin. So this week we have a lot of big key events coming up, and again, this is a short week because of Memorial Day. We have 4 days of trading with a ton of data. Just be extremely cautious, because in a market that is already extremely volatile, with a bunch of big data coming up and the Iran US war, agreements being discussed, there's a lot of unexpected news that will come out this week, and you have to be ready to adapt and not bag hold any positions and get caught, especially options. So Thursday, the biggest thing that we have to focus on is the GDP. If it's good, market's gonna love it. Market's gonna run a lot. If it's bad, market's not gonna love it. Market's gonna gap down a lot. I'm pretty sure the GDP is not gonna be that great. Thursdays are historically, I shouldn't say historically, but what I've noticed is it's just red days on Thursdays. Market loves red days on Thursdays. It's just been consistently red Thursdays, most Thursdays. And so personally, I just expect Thursdays to be red, Thursdays to be market being, bearish. So we'll just look at that and see how things go. Inflation is definitely going to be really high up. Yeah, home sale numbers are probably going to be pretty bad because I don't think anybody has money to buy new houses. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how the numbers are going to be, the data are going to be, and so on. The other thing is the US-Iran agreement details that are supposed to come out today. We'll see if that actually happens or if they even get close to a potential agreement. Apparently, there's a 60-day ceasefire for the Iran war, so market should love that. We will see if that is the case. But yeah, just anything that happens, I'll be probably in Twitter tweeting about it and making suggestions on what I'm gonna play. All right. With that said, yeah, it's been a great bunch of weeks. Especially May has been a lot of fun and a lot of stocks that I've been alerting, a lot of stocks that have come up. Members have been loving it. We have had a lot of profits here. You can see. I should tell them not to stop. I should tell them not to chat on the profits room. But yeah, there's a lot of profits that fly out from the members here. So let's go over some things on the stock market because that's what you're here for. And yeah, we'll go over. But I think there's like 5 or 6 stocks that I really like right now. The one that we hit 2,000% on was Dell, and you can see the reasoning behind it. Pretty standard, straightforward idea, and I don't think this is done yet. We got close to 300. This probably breaks 300 and runs higher, to be honest. And one of the main theses behind this was because Donald Trump, the president of the United States, bought this stock. He wants to pump it. He also said on an interview, go buy Dell. So yeah, this was kind of a freebie. Like, he's just basically telling you what to invest in, and it's just a freebie. Chart setup was amazing. We bought it on this day for a swing, and then it gapped up insane to 300. I sold way early. I sold it around like 275, something around there. for 2,000%. Had I held it to up to 300, I think it would have been like a 5 to 7,000%, maybe even more. I don't know. I sold extremely early, but again, insane profit for the small account. That being said, let's take a look at two indexes. One of them is IWM. And what I want you to pay attention to is IWM, if it breaks all-time highs, which is 287.58, you want to play this for calls because 300 is coming up. If 300 is right nearby, guess what's going to happen? This is going to go to 300 because it's a psychological resistance. It's a magnet. So when we break all-time highs here this coming week, potentially we could see 300. Worth watching. Don't miss out on this trade. SPY. Now, again, data is going to dictate how the market behaves, but we have 750 as the big level of resistance for the SPY. So watch out for this because if 750 breaks, there's a very good chance that we see a nice push into 760, which is, you can sculpt that 5 to 10 points very easily for SPY, and it will be a lot of profit if you time your options correctly, especially if you do like a 755 call for like a couple of days and it goes to 760 this week. You're gonna make a lot of money, so definitely watch out for this one. I am also watching if 750 becomes a big resistance that market rejects and then drops right back down to maybe 738, 735, 730 zone. That's also worth watching, especially if, let's say, the data that we're gonna get this week, the GDP numbers are bad. We can take potential shorts on the market as well. Definitely worth watching. Now, moving on, I want to talk about 5 stocks, maybe 6, not sure yet. 5 stocks to 6 stocks that I think you have to keep an eye on this week because these all have incredible chart setups. I'm going to go from my favorites to my least favorites. Actually, the opposite way. I'm going to go from my least favorite to my favorites. My least favorite, but also one that I think most likely has the setup to go high, SMCI. Now, the thing with SMCI is this one's going to take time. I don't think it's a trade that you do for a day trade. I think it's a trade that you do for a swing trade. And I think you should be taking at least like 6 to 7 months on this. If you can take a whole year, a leap on this, even better. But the reasoning behind it is that the weekly volume has been turning green. There's a weekly downtrend reversal. By the way, this is a downtrend reversal from way back. So it's been a long time since this stock finally looks good. If you look at the monthly chart, it looks even better. Like, monthly chart hasn't done the downtrend reversal, but the volume has turned green after what? After like since September of 2025. So after a while of consolidation and bearish, weakness, finally some green volume. Somebody wants this to go up higher. SMCI is also part of the NVIDIA ecosystem. So it's going to benefit from NVIDIA and this AI hype and AI cycle. So watch SMCI because on the daily chart, it actually has a good chart setup. Now look at the daily chart. We have a buy signal, which gives me some idea that there's a potential push coming for a couple of more days on this stock particularly. The volume on the daily chart have not quite turned green yet. So that's kind of the indicator that I'm waiting for the volume to turn green so that I can go for a long. But definitely, as far as the chart goes, we have a beautiful downtrend reversal attempt, but we need to confirm the break of 36.37, which if we do the break of 36.37, we should see a push higher. Now here's the beauty of it. If you go to the weekly chart, you'll notice that this push is going to be incredible because not only do we have a potential big break, we have a gap here, a fair value gap. So if you take a look, there's 2 fair value gaps. The first one is not that big. The first one starts from that 36, 37 spot to about 38, but the real big gap fill starts from 41.50 zone all the way up towards $50, which is very, very important because if we can get to that spot, let's say you take a year out expiration for $50 strike and you hold it and let it build itself, it gets the downtrend reversal, the daily looks good, the weekly looks good, the monthly looks good, people start noticing that this is part of the NVIDIA ecosystem and they start breaking through this over to 41, 42, people are going to start buying like crazy and they're going to pump this into this gap. So a $50 strike is looking very, very attractive, in particular with this trade. So keep a very close eye on this daily breakout of 36.37 because I think that at least should give you 40 to 41 very easily. Watch out for this one. I like this setup. But this is my number 5th stock. Number 4, this one, I would say, has a lot of potential, but not as well known. And this stock happens to be STX. Now, the setup on STX is great. The problem is it gets volume, just not to the extent that some of these other popular stocks get. So it is a little bit on the slower end, but to be honest, it doesn't really need that much volume to go, right? You can see that on a single day, it can run 50 points, which is more than enough to make a lot of money. However, chart-wise, this is beautiful. Look at this beautiful breakout setup. I'm going to draw it out, and you can see like how good this is. And the potential here is insane, right? If we get this breakout, it should be smooth sailing. This is called, well, you can say it's a bull flag, but this is typically called a megaphone pattern in my books. And these, when they break out, can go parabolic. This is a stock that I'm actually thinking is going to go to 900 this week and potentially 1,000 in the next 2 to 3 weeks. This is a stock that is part of this AI hype that we have been getting with, MU and SNDK. If you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, MU, SNDK has been doing a lot of work lifting up the stock market. Nvidia has been boosting the market up even higher. Nvidia earnings was incredibly good, so a lot of these stocks have been going up tremendously, and STX has been one of those benefactors. It has ran up a lot. You can see since 2025 it has gone from $100 to $800. It 8x, potentially even going to be 10x, 15x, because again, it benefits from the AI cycle. So this is a stock that I am watching for this 850 break. 845, 841, 850 break. Because again, if it breaks 841, that's all-time highs, then it's going to go for 850. If it breaks 850, it's going to 900, because that is where I think the next level is going to be, particularly for this stock. Keep a very close eye on it. Just to mention, I do have a position on this play. I did alert this stock to my members because again, I really like it. So the stock, the play that I'm doing on this is going to be, where is it? I did alert it. It is right here. STX 950 call for next week. It's a short week, very high risk trade though. But all we need is a run to 850, 900, and this should do very, very well. Will it? I don't know, but it's a very small play, one contract. I'm not risking a lot on a next week expiration. High risk, 4-day week, high risk, but it has the potential. It has the chart set up, so it has the potential. Keep an eye on it because it could do wonders. I would say 900 call is better, but they are more expensive. However, great chart, great chart. Keep an eye on it. Number 3 stock, Nokia. Now, Nokia is already doing a breakout, but I've been playing this for a while now. I have January 15th, 2027 expiration calls. They're up a lot, but I'm not done building a position on this. Again, same kind of concept. They're benefiting from the AI hype. They're part of the government. Like, government loves this type of stock. They've been doing a lot of contracts with the government in terms of this AI cycle as well. So I do think Nokia is a slept on company right now that I think is going to go to $20 minimum. I want to keep a very close eye on this. I have a position, and the position is doing incredible. We bought this when it was around like $12, $13. Actually, I'm wrong. We bought this when it was like $11, $12. And it's been doing amazing. We're already up close to over 100%, and it's just, I think it's not done. I want to build a bigger position for that $20 target. I want to take January 15th expiration, and I want to see how far I can take this. Now, obviously, all-time high is too far away, but if you look at the monthly chart, there's a nice gap here from this 1870 all the way up towards the gap is like 24.25. So that's a big gap to fill, and we're not that far away from it. Look at the volume on the bottom. Every week has been more and more buyers consistently. Every month, I mean. So you can see it is loved. There's a lot of volume and there's a lot of potential. Keep a close eye on this. I think $20 to $25 calls are also pretty good for like a year out. I think I'm going to be positioning for this one with some swings that I really want to buy. This is just one of those trades that you need to just be in any day, even this upcoming week. It could just get a lot of attention and a lot of hype, and explode to 20. It could run 5 to 10 points out of nowhere, and you don't want to miss out on that kind of move. So watch out for this. This is a good one to keep an eye on. Number 2 stock, and this one is really, really good. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. However, there's a little bit of a risk involved with this one. Now, I've been watching this closely. It has a really good setup. It did a falling wedge breakout, and then it found some resistances around that 970, 980 mark. I want to see if we can get above the 1000 this upcoming week. If we can break 1000, I want to play it towards all-time highs at 1085. Okay, it's very simple. It's like an 85 point run. Now, light is loved. Light is incredible. This stock moves 100 points on a given day. Like the day before, it went from 850 to like 980. It's crazy. It goes up 100 plus points on a good day. So watch this very closely, because if it tries to break that 1000, I want to long it into 1100, and then 1100 break is going to send it to 1200. So I really like the way this setup looks. I think that it has the potential to run very high. Keep a close eye on it, because again, I like what I see here, and it should be a pretty easy trade. Last but not least, and yeah, this one has to be QCOM. Again, this is a stock we made money on. If you look, I already took some profits. Now, I have a swing on it, which is about a 1 contract swing. Assuming it doesn't gap up like crazy, this is a very simple trade. You just break that 248, 250 level. Break that, that's all-time highs, and it's going to run to 260, 265, 270. It does have earnings on the 28th, so very high risk. But this setup is really, really good. Insane amount of volume, ton of upgrades heading into earnings, and a buy signal, which gives us very, very good confidence that it will go higher. I really like this. I really like this. I think there's a lot of potential for this stock to get a nice move to 270 and even go crazy like Dell and run to 300. So definitely a stock. I think if I play this breakout of 250, I think I'm going to definitely do some 280 calls, maybe 290 calls for a potential trade. That's one that I am closely watching. Again, I have a position on it, but I'm closely watching it. Some honorary members of this upcoming week that I want to mention, because again, those are my 5 main ones. Ford also has a really nice chart setup, starting to get noticed. I think we can get this to do a $15 breakout into potentially, I would say, like 17, 18. I like the weekly chart more than the daily chart. The daily chart is not bad, like it's good. But the weekly chart, if we can break through that 15, I think 1650 to 17 is insanely easy to do. So watch out for that. This is a nice little trade. Again, you can see I took a very, very tiny play on it just for fun. $16 to $17 will just add to the small accounts profit. And last but not least, one more that I want to just mention, because it is very popular stock in the stock market. AMD, kind of a 3-bar pattern on the weekly. Volume is great. Daily chart is steadily losing some volume, but you can see the setup is really good. We have a nice breakout that has been happening on this stock. It gapped up on earnings, so it has that earnings hype still very close by. Consolidation into a breakout. There's a power earnings gap candle. I think we can get this to go higher. I think we can get this to go to 500. That is very close. 500 is super close on this. Any dips towards 450, I think, is a buy into 500. So watch this one very closely as well. Looks really good. Like the chart setup. Yeah, those are kind of all of the stocks that I am watching for this upcoming week. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. If you have not joined my Discord, make sure you check out the Discord. Link will be in the descriptions below. If you have not followed me on Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter, or as it now it's called, X. Make sure you follow me on X. The link is in the descriptions below. On the screen, on the bottom left corner, you have a QR code. That's for the broker that I'm currently using. This broker is Mumu. It is my favorite broker. I love this broker. You have this option to have multiple charts on it, as many as you want, and you don't have to pay for it like TradingView. So yeah, just go ahead and take advantage of that as well. Link will be in the description below. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day and weekend. Peace.